Oh, welcome back, guys. It's Abyssle here, and I think this is going to be the last part of this session because I've been recording for a while, but I really like this game, so let's keep going. Oh, getting stuffed up as well. Well, I do have 2 weeks until I need to get back to my home world, so there's really no need to rush. How about we do something else instead? I'm sure Machiko-san wouldn't mind the distraction. Well, the longer I get to stay away from the place, the better. How about bringing Maiko-chan along to fetch some desserts for us? There are oranges, apples, and a small vineyard behind the mansion. I could whip up some cream to go along with it, if you would like. Sure, that sounds easy enough. Let's get us some delicious fruit, Maiko-chan. Alright. As Maiko led me towards the garden of the impressive mansion, she seemed a little quiet, as though she had something on her mind. I wanted to ask her about it, but something about the way her ears sagged and her tail hung low told me that it probably wasn't the best idea. I decided I would simply try to cheer her up. So what do you prefer, Maiko-chan? Apples, grapes, or oranges? We can gather all 3, but I bet we can grab a few for ourselves first. Apples, I guess? I knew a fox spirit once. A friend of Onisama who loved apples. I can't remember her name though. I guess my head's a bit hollow. Apples are awesome. Crunchy on the outside and sweet on the inside. My head isn't hollow, silly. If that was true, I think I'd still be stuck in that jail cell. Onisama did most of the thinking though. I just sort of went along with what she said. Well, someone has to take the lead. Besides, I'm still grateful for all the help. Or for your help all the same. How about a playful flick and I playfully flick Maiko's forehead with a grin. See? Doesn't sound hollow at all. I'm sure there's plenty of clever thoughts in that pretty little head of yours. Ow, meanie. Now you know I'm right, at least. Anyway, let's get those apples, shall we? Okay, I'll get them. You go grab a basket over there. Alright, let's get down to business. Feeling hyped, I went to grab one of the baskets stacked nearby and returned to Maiko, who had started climbing one of the trees. The girl looked accustomed to climbing, but her small hands had me a bit worried. Hanging from a branch with just her legs, she checked to see if the apples were ripe. Maiko-chan, be careful, you might slip. Ow. The girl had thrown an apple at me while my reflexes let me catch it with ease. The force behind it still stung my palm a little. Of course, I did exaggerate a bit for the girl. I'll be fine, Taka-kun. I've climbed these trees all my life. Even the most experienced climbers end up running into trouble if they aren't careful. I smiled weakly at the girl's excited attitude, placing the apple I caught into the basket. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm a fox spirit. I won't fall. I'm super careful. Watch. I'll grab the apples near the top. Wait, Mike, go. Unless you can fly, I don't think you should go for those. Fly? I can't do that, silly Taka-kun. Who's ever heard of a flying fox spirit? Ah! As expected, the moment, oh dear, Maiko tried to reach the one in the apples near the top of the tree. She ended up losing her footing and tumbled towards the ground with a loud cry. Maiko! Ooh. My reflexes quickly kicked themselves into gear, trying to catch the girl before she hit the ground. Unfortunately, I didn't notice the apples scattered around the tree, and as a result, ended up tripping over them. I managed another few steps and was able to catch Maiko before I dropped to the ground. My head was sobbing once I'd recovered from the fall. I tried to sit up, but I found myself held down by a small but substantial weight. Oh my. Opening my eyes, looked to see Maiko sitting on my lap. Wow. Of course. Howie, I guess I tried to reach a bit too far. Thank you, Takahiro. You saved me. And you gave me a kind of soft and kind of hard landing. My Maiko-chan, you're crushing me. Wow. Oh my gosh, Taka, I'm so sorry. The girl grew increasingly flustered. I knew I had to calm her down gently. I tilted my legs beneath her and she toppled forwards, her head resting against my chest. I guess we've learned that fox spirits can be pretty clumsy, or maybe that Maiko is even cuter up close than I had thought. What, Takahiro? I think you're mistaken me for Onisama. Nope, I'm talking about you. You have that innocent side to you that's really charming. I wouldn't be surprised if lots of people from the village would want to claim you as their adorable little sister once we've cleared up those misunderstandings. I'd be happy to call you my brother, Takahiro, but lots of people in that village are super mean. I just want to spend time with you and Onisama. But brother, how about darling? Darling, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Really, I think we'd be a cute couple. A hero and a fox spirit living happily ever after. Your sister could stay too. We could raise a little family. I mean, we already have a house, so we wouldn't have to worry about that. And any guy from my world would kill to have a pretty wife like you. I held back a chuckle, knowing all too well that my teasing was taking effect, and yet I was also happy to see her spirits seemingly lifted. Thank you, Takani. I think Takani would be better. Machiko would probably wouldn't like another sibling, but I'm glad he cheered up. He didn't seem too happy earlier. The way your tail and ears were hanging low reminded me of a scolded puppy. Alright, I was just thinking, Abyssle, about the spell I wanted to try? The one that needs silky wedding undies? Wedding sash. It's kind of like a belt that the brides wear during the wedding ceremony. I doubt any spell involving panties would be a good idea to cast. Oh, I thought it was like wedding undies that you wear on your wedding night. Anyway, that spell. I don't know why, but I've wanted to try it for a little while now, and well, it's a gate spell. Not like those temporary ones. Those are easy to make. A permanent one, like a portal to a different place. Sounds interesting. Are you sure it's safe? Silly talking. That's not the point of the spell. It might be able to help you. Well, that's good and all. I prefer not ending up in the middle of the sea or a live volcano. I think we should be a bit more careful with your magic. I'm a good mage. That's what Harry said when he told Atlantis he had a solution to their water shortage. Huh? What is Atlantis? A city with high ambitions sunk into the deep due to poor management. Anyway, I think it's best if we get the expert's opinion before we try anything. We're going to visit Siri anyway, so maybe she'll be able to tell us if your spell will get me home. Wow, but Sushan told me I shouldn't use my magic at all. She said it was only for her to use or something. Maybe she had a reason for saying that, like maybe, I don't know. Do your spells have side effects? You're just like Oni-sama, she forbid me, too, and I showed her the spells could be helpful and that I can control them, so she made me do more research. I'm not going to throw spells around like they're nothing. I'm not a dumb little kid. I'm not going to do anything. Besides, you seem old enough to take care of yourself. Not that I know how old someone like you might be, but we're at the dark side of magic. In many stories, magic usually comes with a price. Like what you do. Like, what would you do if magic gave you a terrible tummy ache, or headaches, or worse, diarrhea? And you better prepare yourself to the nearest bathroom. Oh dear, I read that wrong. Can I go back to that? Aha! Then you better prepare your gate spell to the nearest bathroom. Perfect. I do get headaches, but those aren't really all that big of a deal. And I get to do a lot of things for Oni-sama. I'm not going to change that ever, so there. I already said I was going to make you do anything. However, what you do need to change is the fact that you're straddling me and you're rather close, so I'd appreciate if you could get off. Aw, but you're so warm and soft. I could just curl up and sleep on you. But wait, don't go falling asleep on me. Just kidding. I wouldn't do something like that out here. Maybe tonight, though. It's only fair since Oni-sama got to do it. But more importantly, dessert. We need to get back inside. Oni-sama is probably wondering what's taking so long. I couldn't really argue with the girl's impeccable logic. With a smile, I helped the girl to her feet and gathered a few fallen apples to the basket. Returned to Machiko and enjoyed our dessert together. It wasn't too long after that Maiko started to feel sleepy, so Machiko took her to bed, wishing me a good night. The next morning, fuck it. I woke the next morning to the sun filtering in through the wooden blinds, yawning loudly. The girls had very graciously given me an entire room myself, and it was certainly a lot bigger than my room back home. It was still early in the morning, likely a bit before breakfast. I decided to spend a short moment to gather my thoughts. It was clear that, in order to learn more about my situation, I would need to pay a visit to the shrine. Maybe I could even find the answers to some other questions that had been lingering in the back of my mind for a while now. The fact that Machiko seemed surprisingly nervous at the mention of Siri's name made me wonder about their relationship. What could possibly have happened to make Machiko react like that? The apparent hostility between the villagers and the fox spirits was another issue altogether. Of course, I couldn't forget about the fact that I needed to find a way to get home as well. Just as I finished gathering my thoughts, Maiko's voice resounded from downstairs. Takani, breakfast is ready. Could you go get Oni-sama? Sure. I'll be right there. I quickly made my way out of the room, finding myself within one of the corridors out of the mansion. Once outside, it didn't take long for me to find Machiko wandering around the corridor, her lips curving into a smile when she saw me. No need to look for me, Taka-kun. Maiko's voice reached me loud and clear. Good morning, Machiko-san. Did you sleep well? It was a decent sleep, although perhaps a bit lonely, however. You seem to be getting along well with my little sister. Takani, was it? Perhaps I should consider you my rival in the quest for the heart of our dear Maiko-chan. She seems to like it. I guess I'll be stuck with that name for a while. Oh, is it not to your liking? Well, perhaps you prefer Darling instead? Oh god! Oh! You were watching us? Indeed. It was taking about such a long time, I grew rather curious and snuck out. But I didn't see you at all. Well, I am a fox spirit. Hiding myself from humans is like playing hide and seek with a child. Then why didn't you use your hiding skills to hide from the guards? Now that you mention it, the thought never occurred to me. Well, it certainly was fun getting chased by them. Unfortunately, Maiko-chan does not have the best control over her change. She is far too excitable and is unable to maintain the illusion. It is her one magical blind spot. I'm sure it wouldn't have been fun if the Sundari Tyrant had caught you both. That certainly would have been an unpleasant experience. Then again, I'm sure you would have ended up saving me, wouldn't you, Taka-kun? I noticed a subtle change in Machiko's voice, as the sweet sugar-coated words caused my cheeks to flush red. I really wasn't any good at dealing with this girl's flirty attitude. Stepping backwards, I turned towards the stairs at the end of the corridor and replied in a hurried tone. But Maiko-chan is waiting for us. And with that, I rushed towards the kitchen, with Machiko giggling behind me as she followed. Ah, good morning, both of you. I fixed up some eggs and toast for you. There's some oranges, too. Ah, wonderful. Thank you, little one. You're getting better at this. To wake up knowing a pretty girl made my breakfast. It's good to be alive. Perhaps you'd enjoy one resting by your side as well. That's a bit overkill, especially considering the condition of said girl. I recalled the sight of Machiko sleeping yesterday, and my cheeks immediately grew red. I quickly sat down at the table, trying to distract myself from changing the subject. So, thanks to you two, I learned a little about this world. How about I return the favor and talk about mine? Do you have anything you want to ask? Oh yes, I want to know. What are the spirits like in your world? Spirits, you say? Thought about her question for a moment before I replied with a sheepish grin. In my world, spirits only exist in folktales. They appear in stories, and certain religions even worship them. But it's not like we got them running around like they do in this world. Folktales worship? Your world is strange, Taka-kun. Oh, that's kind of boring. What about your life? Are you a defender of the village? You said something about judo before. What's that? You mean judo? Well, in my world, people go to this place called school. It's basically a place of knowledge, where you learn a lot of things before you're considered an adult in our society. But in my world, the defenders are known as the police. They keep things peaceful and such. I'm just a student. I guess you could say that I'm studying to become a defender, not just of my village, but of my whole country. It was a bit exaggerated, but I felt kind of nice to call myself a defender. That sounds weird. Is the police like the army or something, defending the whole nation? Your world is very strange, Taka-kun. I wouldn't call it strange, Machiko-san. It's this world that's weird, but no. The police is like the guards of the village. We do have an actual army that defends the country, though. Either way, your world sounds like fun, especially if everyone like you. Anyway, oh no, oh, dang it. These oranges all have worms in them. Ew, ew, ew. Oni-sama, did you forget to check them again? Terrible, I must have been overcome with fatigue. I never gotten around to checking them properly. Big old lazy meanie. I'll just have to go and grab some apples instead. As Maiko went outside to grab some apples, my eyes drifted towards Machiko, who was observing me with a content smile, clearly pleased with something. Oh dear. It is such a relief to see her in such a good mood. It had been a tough few... Hang on, sorry, I was looking at my alarm thing. It had been a tough few months, I must admit. She has been upset that her magical skills have not been progressing as fast as they once did. We all have our ups and downs, especially when it comes to studying. I still remember how I used to dread exams, so little time for judo, made me rather sad at times. It does sound rather stressful. Tell me, Taka-kun, what is it that you study? I am intrigued by this school notion. Well, my situation is a bit different from most. While I go to school like everyone else, I'm actually aiming to become an athlete. To explain it in a way you'd understand, an athlete is someone who practices a certain sport, and those who are among the best end up representing their country. I have an upcoming tournament that will decide whether or not I will be able to represent my country in judo. I think I understand. Your focus is on your strength, while still gathering knowledge to allow yourself a multitude of options. An interesting method. I should thank you. I guess you could say it like that, but why thank me? I believe that your sudden appearance in our world has a lot to do with Maiko's newfound joy. I can hear her singing, something I have not heard in weeks. It warms my heart to see her so overjoyed, and I believe it is because of you. Thank you, Taka-kun. I doubt that is the only reason, but you're welcome. I smiled bashfully at Machiko before continuing. Then again, I should also thank you for busting my rear out of jail. I don't want to think about what I would have been doing if I were still in care of the tsundere tyrant. You're most welcome, but please, do not be so hard on my Yo-chan. There are many things here beyond her control, but perhaps it is out of our hands now. I still wish to thank you, Taka-kun. I have been wondering how I might repay you for bringing such joy to Maiko-chan. Repay me? Sorry, I had that on her face. For a moment, my thoughts drifted toward a certain idea, but my cheeks quickly turned scarlet. Thought I couldn't ask her or something like that of her. I'm not sure I have anything in mind. I think your smile is enough. You're a true gentleman, Taka-kun. It's a shame, though. I was thinking of such naughty things, too. Oh my god, the fox spirit revealed to herself, and she turned towards the garden. Watching Maiko struggle to descend from one of the trees with an armful of apples. Maiko-chan, there are only 3 of us. Your belly does not count for a 4th person. Speaking of a 4th person, it sounded like you two used to talk a lot with the spirit at the shrine. Why do you get so nervous whenever this Sayuri is involved? Yeah, that's not important. Oh, is the giant bird carrying the seed of the world tree? Or maybe it is. I should go and... Sayuri, don't know. Thank you for visiting us today. Ashikona is right over there. So I'm sorry, I'm terribly busy. Please forgive me, Sayuri-sama. Whoa, to think you get that flustered. Is she amazing? That amazing of a person? You don't understand. It is complicated. There are certain skills that I, as a fox spirit, possess. A subtle way of talking or acting that influences how people perceive me. I suppose they'd be considered social skills, but for spirits. Sayuri is capable of completely negating these, and it leaves me feeling rather nervous and helpless. I see. So basically she's immune to your flirting, and in the dots of my mind I planted the palm of my hand against my forehead. Nah, I get it. You're afraid of approaching her because this Sayuri is a bigger flirt than you. But if she's flirting with you, oh, I see. You swing that way. For some reason, I suddenly felt rather disappointed. That's not true. Well, maybe. I mean, just an overpowering presence, and it does not allow me to properly do my thing. I'm not sure that you mean by swinging, however. It means that you like girls. Oh, really? Well, how about we forget about Sayuri now, and I show you exactly which way I do swing, Taka-kun. Oh my god, that won't be necessary. She might be quite challenging to deal with, considering I briefly lowered my voice to a whisper. You're already in a handful to deal with once you start your teasing. You're perhaps less a gentleman than I thought you to be, Taka-kun. What am I, then? A lovable rogue, perhaps? Or maybe you see yourself as more of a hero type. Of course I'm a hero. A perverted one, but a hero nonetheless. Oni-sama, Takani. Welcome back, Maiko-chan. How'd the hunt for the golden apple go? No golden ones, but I got a load of good ones. Even ones that are shaped like a heart. You can have that one, Takani. Apple shaped like a heart. Interesting. Does this mean that you're confessing your love to me by giving me this? Maybe I am. I seriously think Ichiko would kill me if he saw me in my current situation. But thank you, fair lady. I shall savor every moment of its sweet flavor. Maiko, how could you betray your love of me, your one and only sister? Did our time together mean nothing? Oh my. But I love you too, Oni-sama. I found a super big apple for you. Look at me at its finest. Well, we better hurry up. We're going to see Tsushan. Wait, what? I thought we would at least need to ask for her permission and wait until she grew bored enough to reply. I know. When I was picking apples, I found one of her tiny familiars. She said she wanted to see us today. Oh, poopy. Alright, and with that, I took this episode a little bit longer because it's the last episode of the session, and I thought you guys would like that. So, this is Abyssle, piecing out my voidlings, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm just gonna get over here and save. Yes. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this series, please let me know, and I'll continue recording and uploading it. Until then, peace out, my voidlings, and I love you all. Bye-bye!